Go on. Go on.
Want to identify yourself to me?
Don't know what you mean.
Do any of you guys want to identify? Who the hell are you all? I mean, did you get your
officer?
Did you get them on eBay?
Come on. Who are you?
Did you get your uniforms on eBay?
Come on. No.
I'm a member of public, but who are you?
So are we.
So identify yourself. It's in your policy. I am allowed because you know your prison, your picture of your prison. It's in the public domain. So why am I not allowed to?
From there you are, mate.
Why is it top secret?
Nobody's said anything to you now. You're past that point, are they?
But I could stand in there and record. I can. Why can't I?
It's crown property.
Yeah, but it's not inside the prison.
Oh,
It's a civil matter, mate.
It is a civil matter, yeah.
So you'd have to take me to court.
Why would you want to do that? Because if you genuinely want me just to do my job, I just want to do my job. I've got to protect the staff, so
But
come out here. And
you're not the landowner anyway, so you can't even trespass me.
You're not, mate.
You can't even trespass me because you don't own the place. You're not the landowner. Who's the landowner?
Oh, mate, king now. The king bought it.
So it's HM prison, so the Crown will own the prison, but the land what the prison is on, does the prison own the land as well?
I brought two, but you
were threatened?
using them, so I felt threatened, so I brought colleagues.
Get away from me.
I did, man. Yeah.
Mate, you're bigger than me.
No, it doesn't matter about that.
What do you mean you felt?
I was making threats I once, so I felt threatened.
I won't make you threats.
Welcome back to the channel, where we take a closer look at police behavior, public freedoms, and why officials must be held to the standards their roles require. In today's video, we're looking at a clip from Auditing Yorkshire, a well-known UK auditor who continues to stand firm when public rights are challenged. Their channel is linked below, so be sure to check them out and show some support. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. This encounter starts as a simple recording outside a prison, but it soon turns into a tense situation involving pressure, control, and authority being pushed beyond reasonable limits. But rather than getting intimidated, the auditor remains composed, understands the position clearly, and responds to every challenge with calm confidence, solid knowledge, and a firm grasp of the rules.
You what? Eh?
Just so you know, you're being filmed in the police when it works on private property.
Been filmed?
Yes.
Well, you're well within your right to film me, mate.
I am,
Yeah.
Just like vice versa.
Yeah, there's no problem with that.
I mean, police run away.
Yeah.
It's on private property. So, Dave, if you want to go back to the main
Police?
road,
No.
it's fine.
Police don't scare me, pal.
I'm not trying to scare you.
Police can't do anything to me. I'm not committing a crime, mate.
But you are actually trespassing.
I'm not. Trespassing's not a crime. It's a civil matter.
It's my
Okay. There's an implied right of access, Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972. Your gates are wide
It's a
open.
private car park.
Well, shut your gates, then. Shut your gates. Put them on a locking system. You press a button in your office,
The police are coming anyway.
and you don't have to get off your ass to come and let visitors in.
Really, the police
Well,
are coming anyway.
I'm giving you some advice, mate. It's really good advice. Trust me.
It's fine.
I'm a smart guy, mate. I'd listen to what I say if I were you. All right. So you're going to move out of my way because I'm actually leaving this part of the prison now.
You can leave.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course, there you go.
Where's Muppet?
Go on. Go on.
Want to identify yourself to me?
Don't know what you mean.
Do any of you guys want to identify? Who the hell are you all? I mean, did you get your
officer?
Did you get them on eBay?
Who are you?
Did you get your uniforms on eBay?
No.
I'm a member of public, but who are you?
So are we.
So identify yourself. It's in your policy.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Do you know what else is in your policy as well? Your code of practice. Not to approach people like me.
I'm approaching you,
So you've approached me, you've interacted with me, you've engaged with me. Don't know how many other ways I can say it, right? Rub them brain cells together, my friend. Let the penny drop,
Yep.
right? So you're not going to identify yourself?
Not this moment.
Okay, no problem.
Finish, good.
I've not finished, but I'm finished.
Fine, no.
I've finished in this little bit here. What is it with you, please, Stuart? Are you a failed police wannabe or something?
No, I've never joined the
All right.
Not for me.
That's good to know. That's very good to know. I'd have actually been polite and open and transparent with you. No, I would have been polite, open and transparent if them two guys didn't infringe my human rights. If they hadn't have infringed my human rights, we'd be talking on a different level.
I was there, they didn't infringe no human rights.
They did, he stood in front of me. Right, listen to me. Listen to me.
He asked you to leave.
When I went to walk that way,
He was told not to
and he
let you
stood
by
in
the
front of
police.
me,
He was told by the
he was
police.
blocking.
And you're not,
He was blocking my way. He's infringing my rights.
no, he was told by the police.
I'm actually suing.
Big lad, are you going to listen to
I'm
me?
suing a prison in Wales for
Right,
doing the
fair enough.
exact same thing. So do you want to keep arguing with me
We're not arguing.
and thinking you're right?
Mate, you're just walking
We've asked you
out.
to move
Because you're
on.
wrong.
You're leaving.
You're wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Right, so It was infringing my human rights.
Okay.
Yeah?
But he was defending the
I have
crowd's
freedom of
property.
movement, and he was stopping that.
The police had informed
Right.
me he could defend the crowd's property.
Okay?
I was just asking you to leave.
I know what I'm doing, my friend.
You do.
I do.
That moment showed what this encounter was really about. Staff admitted filming was lawful, but then quickly moved to pressure, sarcasm, and demanding the auditor's identity. Instead of reacting emotionally, he stayed calm, challenged the trespass claim, and answered with clear facts. Once they accepted that filming was allowed, their position became much weaker, and the demand for ID looked more like a control tactic than a legal need. Because the auditor stayed composed, the intimidation had nowhere to go. This is why knowing your rights matters. When you understand what authority can and cannot require, bluff and pressure lose their power. Stay calm, keep recording, and never comply just because someone sounds confident. Would you have challenged the trespass claim or walked away once filming was confirmed lawful?
Right?
You could defend the crowd's property.
Okay?
I was just asking you to leave.
I know what I'm doing, my friend.
You do.
I do. I know what I'm doing more than you.
What you're trying to do is antagonise people. There's no point
No,
for,
not.
for 25 views, is there?
25 views?
Please leave. 'Cause we've
25
got
views?
Mate, we've got a regime to run, please
Right,
leave.
a day ago, I put a video on,
No, mate, we'll
right,
talk about it outside the
a
gate.
day ago,
So the staff can
and it got
come on.
75,000 views in a day,
Fantastic.
right?
Let's leave.
So,
We'll chat about it outside.
25 views?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Come on, mate.
You obviously don't know nothing, do you? I don't want to talk to you anyway, I'm going.
Too bad, mate.
I'm finishing my story, okay? Well, stop wasting taxpayers' money. I'm sure you've got jobs to
I've
do.
got to protect the staff.
Don't
and
keep
I.
putting your hand out,
Just asking you to leave the crowd
right?
property.
You can ask me. You don't use your hand to ask me, do you?
Fantastic.
Right? Stop wasting taxpayers' money and go do your job. Right? Go on. You as well, coach. Go on, go do your job. Shoo.
This is our job.
Shoo. It's not your job. This is not your job. Do you not have security? Do you not have security on site?
Security.
Who?
Security.
Where are they?
Why not it's us?
Where are they?
Why not it's us?
It's you.
I know.
You're not security though. You're a prison officer.
Yeah, it's the same
It's a
thing.
different thing. It's a different job title.
It's not, mate.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not, it's not.
You are not security. In your contract of employment, does it state prison officer or prison whatever else or security guard? You're not security guards. Do you have an SIA license? Of course you don't, because it would be a conflict of interest. You wouldn't be allowed one. Therefore, you are not security guards.
I'm in prison.
So jog on and go do your job.
We are.
We're on
aren't we?
public path.
I am on public path, so go away then. Jog on, you're making yourself look like an idiot.
Study it.
Yeah, with your little baton. Are you even allowed one of them
What's
batons?
for that?
You're allowed them?
What's for that?
Says who?
What?
Law? All right. I look that up because I'm not 100%. I don't know everything. I'm not a complete smart ass. Yeah, but you're a proper little Bobby wannabe, you aren't you?
Not me,
With your little
never
body
applied
cam
to-
and
never
your little
been interested.
handcuffs,
Never been interested.
your little CS gas.
It's not CS gas, that's very different.
Eh?
It's not CS gas, look at just...
What is it? Fibre gel.
Yeah, keep this for
Keep my. I'll come up to the gate if I want. What is it? Fibre gel. But what is it then? Water. Holy water.
What's it?
Holy water.
Holy
Yeah,
water.
40 watt.
Holy water, yeah.
Your little radio and your little button. You're a proper copper wannabe, you aren't you?
Never even applied. Not
yeah.
interested.
Little proper copper wannabe. You've even
Never-
got tattoos to go with it.
I've got tattoos, yeah, I've got loads of tattoos.
A muppet little haircut.
Nice, I'm growing me over. Do you not like it?
And then you've got big man there stood with his arms crossed, acting like he's hard.
Nah, I don't always just stood there. Very nice, isn't it?
The situation changed the moment the staff started losing control of the conversation. They tried to turn lawful filming into aggression, brushed off the auditor's rights, and ordered him to leave while leaning on authority. But he did not accept their version of events. He stayed confident, challenged what they were saying, and kept reminding them that he was on a public path. By refusing to react emotionally and making them justify their instructions, he took control of the exchange. You could hear their confidence weaken because he was not backing down. This is what happens when performative authority meets someone who understands public access and stands firm. When you know where you are legally allowed to be, empty threats carry far less weight. Stay calm, keep recording, hold your position, and make every demand be explained properly. Would you have walked away when they told him to go, or stayed on the public path and forced them to justify it?
I'm alright, mate. Listen, I've done 15 prisons.
Job then.
15 prisons.
I've seen your
And
content.
I've did an open prison last week.
I've seen your content. It could be a little bit more informative.
And mate, guys, there's no problem.
You can make some.
That's funny. I've seen nothing, Johnny.
What do you mean you've seen
Yeah,
my
I've
content? What content?
I've seen nothing.
YouTube.
Who said out about YouTube?
I've seen nothing.
I make these documentaries for myself, for matters of public interest. I never mentioned YouTube.
No, I did.
Well,
What
you,
I'm saying
that's
is-
your
what I'm
that's
saying
your
is-
prerogative then,
I
isn't it?
came out and asked you just to leave the property. And
Well,
you-
listen.
I'm happy now.
I got approached in that car park when I first came,
Shouldn't have been in
and that
there,
prison
mate.
officer said to
Shouldn't
me,
have been in
I went, bloody hell mate, shit me up, you didn't have to creep up. And he went, oh, ninja style, and laughed. And I went, if you're going back inside mate, tell him I'll be about half an hour, but I'm going. And he went, yeah, no problem. So I take it as a lack of communication, and he hadn't told you.
He told me, yeah. But
Oh,
that's
right,
I've
so what
asked
you
to
bothering
leave
me
the
for
car.
then?
That's all I've asked you. Now you've left. You're free to
I'm not
do
taking
whatever.
pictures of your cars. I'm not recording your cars.
Alright, yeah.
Eh?
You are filming.
Yeah, but I'm filming the prison.
No, you're not allowed
Oh,
to.
yeah, I am allowed
inside
because
the
you know
gate.
you know your prison, your picture of your prison. It's in the
Yeah.
public domain. So why am I not allowed to?
From there you are, mate.
Why, is it top
Nobody
secret?
said anything to you now. You're past that point, are they?
But I could stand in there and record. I can. Why can't I?
'Cause it's Crown property.
Yeah, but it's not inside the prison.
Oh, it's Crown property.
It doesn't matter. Crown property, our property, we pay taxes. Tell you what, these coppers are in no rush to get here, have they?
Probably won't. Come on, mate.
Yeah, probably won't, mate. You've wasted your time bringing them.
I've done what I've done. I've done my job and my process. You spoke about processes.
Yeah,
doing the
but
job
that,
properly.
I'll be honest with
I
you.
protect the staff, aren't I, there?
Listen, I'll be honest with you, right? Can you just do me a favour, right?
Yeah.
Because I've only really spoken to you and had a nice conversation with you, haven't I?
I'll do it.
So can you just do your job and identify yourself to me?
I'm CM Johnson. I'm orderly officer for today at HMP. I'm more than happy to.
Right.
I've
Do you know
asked
what,
you
mate?
earlier in the day to leave the property.
Right, listen to
On the
me.
body worn camera.
Listen to
Yeah,
me.
I'm listening.
You have, I'm not being rude, but you've redeemed yourself. You've redeemed this prison because you've been professional and you've done what you're meant to be doing.
That's what I'm saying, mate. Your
I know
content's
it's a
more
good prison.
informative.
HMP Hatfield Open Prison, that's a good prison.
They're all good prisons.
Most prisons are good prison, and that's what I go. That's why I go and I do a documentary and I highlight the goodness and the badness.
The staff started with attitude and mockery, but quickly moved into control language about Crown property and telling the auditor to leave. Once he continued recording, he pushed back with clear points, questioned their reasoning, and forced them to explain instead of simply giving orders. That is where the gap in authority became obvious. They admitted they knew his content, but still could not point to any actual power that required him to stop or move on. At that point, mockery replaced proper justification, and control shifted from the officials to the informed citizen holding the camera. This is what happens when someone understands the difference between public space and official authority. The uniform may still be there, but the bluff loses power. Stay calm, ask for the legal basis, keep recording, and make them explain every demand. Would you have accepted the Crown property claim or stayed on the public path and asked for a real legal reason?
And I highlight the goodness and the badness.
Contact the press office and they'll assist you.
Yeah, but I don't need to.
You don't.
I don't because why do I need? This is what the police say. Contact the press office. Why do we need to do that?
Just for more informative content for your followers.
Yeah, but we create our own content. That's why they call us content creators.
It would be better if it was factual.
And we're not breaking law.
You was that. You're not now, man, mate. You're totally not.
Well,
You
we
are
wasn't.
what you want. You was.
It's a
man.
civil matter, mate.
It is a civil matter, yeah.
So you'd
it's
have
a
to
civil law, yeah.
you'd have to take me to court.
Why would you want to do that? Because if you genuinely want me just to do my job, I just want to do my job. I've got to protect the staff. So
But
come out here. And
You're not the landowner
considered it,
anyway, so you
leave.
can't even trespass me.
You don't mind, mate.
You can't even trespass me because you don't own the place. You're not the landowner. Who's the landowner?
No, man, mate.
King
You
now.
have to tell me. The king, but
So it's HM prison. So the Crown will own the prison, but the land what the prison is on, does the prison own the land as well, or
Crown owned, yeah.
or does somebody else?
Crown owned.
So the Crown owns the land and the prison.
So do us a favour then, you stay out the car parks for today, we'll go in and look after the lads inside, get the best quality service we can, and you'll do your content from the public paths, yeah?
Yeah, but I never asked you to come out.
No, no,
Boom.
the staff did because they felt threatened by a guy in the balaclava. The way
I've
the
just got
world
over
is at the moment,
COVID, mate.
as you obviously well know, risks are heightened.
I
at
had
the moment.
COVID for a week.
Yeah. So you're happy to stay on the public path?
Yeah, but it didn't need 4 of you, did it?
I felt
Seven.
threatened.
7 about 10 minutes ago.
I brought two, but you
Who was
started
threatened?
using them, so I felt threatened, so I brought colleagues.
Get away from me.
I did, man. Yeah.
Mate, you're bigger than me.
No, it doesn't matter about that.
What do you mean you felt?
I was making threats I once, so I felt threatened.
I won't making threats.
Are you happy to stay on the path?
Well, yeah,
We got
hang on,
people-
what threats were we making?
Thank you, man.
What? I've got everything on camera. I wasn't making threats. If police do come, I'm just going to send them back into you so they can find out what threats I've been making, all right? Cheers, lads.
That moment shows accountability in action. One staff member dropped the attitude, spoke more professionally, and suggested going through the press office, while others still hinted at powers they could not clearly explain. The auditor stayed calm, acknowledged the professional approach, but still challenged the weak trespass argument. That was important because the moment one person acted reasonably, it exposed the difference between proper communication and empty posturing. By separating professionalism from bluff, the auditor made it clear who was trying to help and who was simply trying to control the situation. This is how calm questioning turns official pressure into evidence on camera. When you know filming from public space is lawful, confusion has less power. Ask for the legal basis, keep recording, and let clarity do the work. Would you have contacted the press office or kept filming and asked them to name the actual power? Drop your opinion below in the comments. And if you like this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and comment. If you have ever experienced a situation like this in your own life, share it with us. I want to read every single comment.